So, a random little share with you guys about a conversation about I was having with my husband about astrology. So, for those of you who are not aware, I am a non-monogamous woman, and my husband is also a non-monogamous. We are polyamorous, and we both date, and we both use dating apps to date. So, I was talking to my husband about something random, and then he brought up, he was like, "Yeah, so when I'm on the app, if I see Capricorn or Cancer, I swipe left." The reason why I thought this was funny is because I'm a Capricorn. Duh. My husband is a Scorpio. But when he was like, yeah, I swipe left on Capricorns and Cancer. So my husband is not even into astrology the way I'm into astrology. I like to call myself an astrology enthusiast. My husband just like knows basic pop culture stuff and whatever. I tell him because, I study our charts, me, him, the kids, whatever. So he's not really into astrology the way I'm into astrology. But this man told me if he sees Capricorn or Cancer, he swipes left. And I thought that was so hilarious. One, because I'm a Capricorn, and two, because my daughter is a Cancer, and Capricorns and Cancer are sister signs. And he's a Scorpio. But he said he don't really like swipe right on Scorpios either. And I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense because from what I've experienced with him and dating, because like I said in another video, my type is kind of Scorpio. Well, Scorpios and men. And he was like, yeah, but people always tell me I'm not like the typical Scorpio. So I had to stop. I was like, first, let's stop right there. You're definitely a Scorpio because he does have multiple Scorpio placements. I said, but the reason people always peg you and said you're not like a typical Scorpio is because of your Libra rising. That's why you're not the typical Scorpio because he has a Libra rising. And of course, when he said that, I was ready to get like offended. I was like, what you mean? What? So in true Capricorn fashion. But he was like, nah, I feel like I only need one of you. So I swiped left. And I just thought that was funny. But we date separately, but sometimes we may date the same person. And we dated a Capricorn, and that was brought up into the conversation too. And I was like, well, I'm a Capricorn and we're not. And he was like, but I kind of knew like some of her placements. So I was like, yeah, of course we're not the same person. But he was like, no, yeah, I had a lot of similarities. I was like, yeah, you're right. I can see it.